Hi friends! How's it going? Super exciting day. Ophir's matte primer is back in stock. Y'all, I am in love with this stuff. It has been sold out for months. If you've been waiting for the restock of matte primer, like run. I don't know how many people are waiting on it, but holy cow. Like, I'm so excited. I didn't know it was going to restock this week. And that's also like such a fun thing. I feel like when something restocks and you're like, I didn't even know. I thought it was going to be a few more weeks. So I'm really excited. Okay, matte primer. Primer is great foundation for your face. It's going to give your face like a foundation. Hey, Adam. What is he doing? Do you hear that? He's like cranking up something. Oh. What are you working on? What could he possibly be doing? It sounds like he's building a refrigerator or a couch or a chair, maybe a barber chair with like a squeaky thing on it. Can you guys hear him? Oh my gosh. He just got home. Like, what could you possibly be doing? Especially, it's like, here, I literally said, I'm going live. That was, I should have said, quiet in the house. 3, 2, 1. All right. Matte primer. So what this is going to do is fill in your pores, your fine lines, your wrinkles, and it's going to give you a like smooth surface for your makeup to sit on top of. And the great thing about matte primer is if you are not a huge fan of that like dewy look, this is going to give you a very like soft airbrushed look. Hi. Say hi, friends. Have you ever tried the matte primer? If you have, drop it below. You just ordered your matte primer, finally. Oh, it's so exciting. It really is so exciting. Okay, cardamom foundation. Use my little foundation brush. So I got something in the mail today that like actually made me physically excited, like sweat, hot. You're like, oh, this gave me endorphins. It's glasses, like kitchen glasses. We had company over this weekend and they were like, hey, do you have any glasses? Well, I had gone through and we only had like really old mismatched glasses and I donated. I was like, I kind of had, it was during my purge night. I posted about a week or two ago where I was kind of in a bad mood. Well, part of that purge night, I got rid of all of our glasses. And so we didn't have any. So our guests drank their water out of coffee mugs and I was so embarrassed. We didn't have a single glass. I mean, we had like plastic cups and mugs. But anyways, so I was like, I have to order glasses. And we have not ever had matching glasses, I don't think, because I've always just had like a collection of things from like my lifetime, I guess. Okay, so they came in and I literally was like, why did I wait so long to order glasses? This made my heart so happy. And then I also ordered glass straws and it's kind of messy because I have my coffee in this. But are you ready for it? I physically was so excited to open this. I should have videoed myself, but I looked like a troll. And I was just like doing the regular like unboxing of my own things that come in, the mail. I'll take the smoker's lines from straws, like if my straws look like this. And the straws that I got all had different fruits on them. So like this is the little grapes. And then another one has like a watermelon and another one has like a lime and they're just the cutest thing. But do you ever have things that you're like physically that made me so excited? Like so many good endorphins. It does the same thing with like a good eyeshadow palette, good makeup. But I think that's how I've decided I want to start shopping. This was not expensive. It's like under $20. I want to start shopping that way. That like when I unbox this, it makes me giddy. And I don't even think it's a price tag thing. I think it's a just like finding something that really fits your aesthetics or your style or your whatever. Like maybe it's because I've never had matching glasses, but I was so excited. So good. So went yesterday and I got my lips filled. If you've been following the I got my lips dissolved and gonna refill them journey, I had been doing lip filler for about 6 or 7 years, and they had just like migrated to where I also was having an allergic reaction to like a medicine that I had been on, and my lips would just looked huge and I was getting so much hate over them and I felt really insecure. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to dissolve this and we're going to start fresh. So I had a couple weeks of like dissolve, tiny lips, and now yesterday I went and got them refilled. I just did 1 syringe of the Restylane Versa, and here we are. So this is, there's a little swollen still, but they're not going to be nearly as big as they were, but they're also not going to be as tiny as my natural lips. So anyways, all right, going in with, this is the shade Linen, and I'm actually going to get a sponge. I love when little things can make you happy. Oh my gosh, same. What are little things that make you happy? New underwear? What's the oldest pair of underwear you have? I went through recently and I was like, I bought this underwear before I was pregnant with Christian. I would have been 18. And pajamas. Like for some reason I just have such a hard time. But like, what if I need them? So worn out. And I'm like, Christian is 15 years old. 15-year-old underwear, I do not need them. And so I am trying to do better about like, okay, if it is like something you don't need, come on, folks. But there's just some of them, you know, where you're like, but they're so comfy. Or like, maybe I'll wear them like, you know, when I don't care, like that time or whatever. And so I just end up with these like old things. I still have the pajamas I wore in the hospital when I had him. He is almost 15. They're just, I bought them at Victoria's Secret. It was when I was super poor and I saved up. So like, it was like happy baby shower to myself kind of thing. Like that was what I wanted. And I just can't part with them. They have donuts on them. They're old, but they're good. And so far I still have them. I might be 90 and have them, who knows. Okay, this is the pressed setting powder in the lightest shade. It is the Fair, and I'm just setting my makeup. Oh, a good cup of coffee with a sunrise. Lighting candles and plugins, it makes everything smell good. I love when you get a new candle and you like light it and then your house starts smelling like it. It is a mood. Like I'm pretty sure I decided, like I fixed Natalie. Natalie drinks Dr. Pepper all the time. And so I fixed her Dr. Pepper in my new glass. And I was like, I'm pretty sure it's clinically proven that if you drink something out of a cute cup, you feel better about your day. And you have a nightshirt that's over 20 years old and you just slept in it last night. The quilt that I used on my bed, we have bought several blankets, and I don't know, I have some like textures really bother me. And I don't know. I mean, I have like a cute comforter that's like, my bed looks cute, but what I actually sleep with is, when I was in high school, my grandma gave me a quilt that used to be on her bed. She was just like, here, if you want it, you can have it. Like she was getting rid of it. And so I have it. It has holes in it and everything. Like, and I still sleep with it. Like it is the softest quilt. It wasn't like a handmade quilt that she made. I'm sure it was like JCPenney's like quilt that she no longer wanted that bedding, but it is the most comfortable quilt. And so, but if you were to come to our house and you see like what our sleeping bed, like linen situation looks like, it's like can you not get like something that doesn't look like dogs tore it apart? And I'm like, you know, this is just so comfortable. It's under like our comforter, so you don't know until it's like time. And Adam hates it because it's got these little holes and like your toes, if you don't use it the right way, your toes could get stuck. And so I'm like, but I'm not ready to get rid of it. And it literally, if I like stress out at night, it like brings me so much peace. The worn out things. I should start doing like some videos of like, here's some worn out things like that we have in our house that we really live in. Okay, using Ophir's bronzer. I use the deepest color. I just like that shade. If you are struggling to kind of blend everything, I have this little guy. It's in my Amazon storefront. But it's just like, I don't actually ever put foundation on it. But I will use it to like blend. And you can also use your foundation brush as well if you are looking to use a little bit of foundation. But sometimes I find like, I don't really need more foundation. I just needed something that didn't have anything on it to blend. I did. I got one syringe of the Restylane Versa is what I got. Before they had a lot more than that in it. But it was like over time I would just go and get, you know, a little here, a little there if I felt like they needed some extra plumping. And so it's just that last time, it had been like 2 years because I'd been pregnant and then nursing. So it had been such a long time. And I was like, let's just really, really go all in, full syringe. This was not this past time, but the time before. And then I was like, what did I do? I got too much. And so I've been waiting for it to dissolve on its own, but it was a slow process. So just sped it up by doing a dissolver, and here we are today. Now I have new lips. It was funny because as she was getting everything together, I was like, so weird because like my new lips are living in your syringe. Like she'll just put them in and there we go. I have full lips again. It's so funny because we worked so hard to make our Airbnb super matchy. But you can imagine the house aesthetic budget gets put on back. So that's what happens. It is the house aesthetic budget. It's like, okay, or, you know, you're like, okay, if I go and buy these things, I don't know. And it's not that I don't love dishes. I really do. But sometimes you're like, oh, do I really want to spend $100 on this? But regrets I didn't do it sooner because I'm so excited about these new glasses. And I got like small glasses, medium, and large glasses for like water and stuff. And so anyways, in the grand scheme of things, it really wasn't too expensive, but I was like, and I didn't have room in my cabinets because I was like, okay, that means I'm gonna have to clean out the stuff that I already have. But since I did that during my angry purge the other day, everything's clean. So I actually had open, empty shelves. All right, I love this color. It is the shade Current by Ophir, and I'm gonna put just a tiny bit like right on the top of my nose. So I have gotten a dental block before, but this time I just did the numbing cream. I personally metabolize really quickly, and so anytime I get a dental block, which is where they go in with like lidocaine and they numb you, it just wears off very quickly, and I feel like it ends up being more painful because I have to get a dental block several times, and so I just did the numbing cream. Not to say it like wasn't, I mean, it wasn't just like painless or anything, but that's what I did this time. All right, going in with a little bit of luminizer. Look at this. So that's what I'm working on as we are purging and as I'm just setting personal goals for myself of like what things kind of like, I wish I'd updated this part, because you know your home ends up as a collection of like, got this on clearance or got this at a yard sale, or this was given to me, or ooh, I splurged and I bought this, and like you have just a combination of all these things in your home, right? And so the things that don't bring me joy, they're donating, selling, giving away. Like sometimes they're nice things, but it's like, hey, this just didn't fit the space like I wanted. And so that's what I'm, the next few months, I'm like, I want to get rid of the like things that don't bring me joy and try and find like the best prices and the best deal for the cutest things and like update my space. Like we don't have a headboard right now. I know, isn't that funny? So because I had a really cute ornate vintage headboard, and I had like hand dyed like the backing, and it was so cute. But we were renovating the camp. We bought a summer camp and we've been turning them all into Airbnbs, and it was like, this would be perfect for the dolly cabin. And so Adam took my headboard up there. Like, I mean, I told him to, but he took the headboard up there and we like designed the room off of that headboard. But then I'm like, I can't commit to what I want for myself. So clothes, makeup, like if you're using the same stuff over and over and over, I'm like, okay, I want to start feeling like, because I've kind of been in my mom era for a while now. And then I got pregnant with Veda, and we were just like survival mode, I guess, with her and all the kids and everything. And so I feel like I want to find like my style again, and style for my home, style for my clothes, just like my personal style, and purge, like donate it. Like donate the things that I don't want, like, or that don't fit me, kind of thing. And then work on like, I want to reinvent myself, not in a bad way, like not that I don't like who I am, but I just am like, I want it to represent like how I feel on the inside. Like I want my home to give me like warm and fuzzy feelings, and I want my clothes to give me warm and fuzzy feelings. Maybe that's asking too much. Like when I put my makeup on, I want it to feel like, oh, I love the way that turned out. So anybody else want to be on this journey with me? And I don't even think it has to be expensive. I think sometimes if you sell things that you don't like to buy things you do like you could even do it that way. I'm looking for lip stuff, and then what I was gonna do my brows with, but I don't know where I put it. There it is. Okay. It's like taking that whole approach of like, does it bring me joy? And there are just so many little things throughout the moment, like gardening has really brought me joy lately. My granddad and I, he used to come up and help me garden for years. I had a garden. And then even though we have a lot of property here, the last few years, we haven't had a garden. And so I told Adam, I was like, I really think I would love to have a garden again. So we worked on putting a garden in, and just like slowing down, like, I don't know, I was like I cut up cantaloupe earlier, and I like collected all my seeds, and now I'm gonna like let them dry, and then I'm gonna plant them. And I've never baked homemade bread. Maybe I'm going through a midlife crisis. I'm not really sure. But, I'm like, I've never baked homemade bread. Like, I want to actually from scratch bake bread. Like, I don't know. I feel like time is going so fast. Christian will be driving this year, and it's like, well, goodness, if I don't start at some point, like, I'm never going to. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to bake bread. Maybe I'll document it as well. It might not be good. It might be amazing. But I think sometimes we steer away from trying new things because we are like the fear of failure, the fear of rejection, the fear of like, what if I do it and I'm not good at it? And I had a conversation with Natalie this week. I was watching outtakes from like this chef on the internet. It's on Food Network. And so it was showing during COVID, like all their outtakes. And so she would like open the microwave, and then it's like, ugh, I dropped the cup or splashed something out. And she had to like redo the same thing over and over. The same scene of her putting this cup in a microwave. And I was like, it never occurred to me that what I was watching on Food Network or on TV, like I know it's kind of scripted and I know that they are like filming it, but I guess I never assumed that they were like messing up. I always thought this is what they're filming, but not that they had to like retake the same thing over and over and over. And I was like, I am comparing myself to the best version of you know, and this is kind of the flaw with the internet, is it's like we're comparing ourselves to like, oh, well, when they bake that, they get it right every time. Or I feel like a bad baker because I had to just start over because I dumped in the wrong ingredients. When in reality, like that's kind of that's what we're watching. We're just seeing like the perfect version, the from start to finish, 30 minutes, you know, perfect, when a lot of mess ups happened along the way, but we never see that part. So we are comparing ourselves to this unrealistic version. And then same thing, we follow like anybody you follow, like people on TikTok, people on that are doing these videos, and it's like when you see them do outtakes, you're like, they do outtakes too, like they didn't get that right the first time. And sometimes we can be so hard on ourselves that it's like, oh, we didn't get that right the first time. So nobody else gets it right the first time either. So it's okay if you are having to try a few times before you get it right. And don't worry about failing. I think people don't try makeup stuff sometimes because they're like, oh, I don't know if I'll like what it's going to look like, and I don't want it to not, you know, to be bad. This is that Orange Caves. This is going to be really easy, but we're going to just go all over. But you're like, mind blown. Even someone we follow, I was like, I can't believe, okay, so here's who it is. It's Miss Rachel. She's the toddler teacher. If you've never looked at her, go on YouTube. She gets millions of views. She sings toddler songs. She wears overalls every single time. And I told Natalie, I was like, do you think she just wears that all the time? Like, and it hadn't occurred to me that maybe she batches her content. And I literally thought she's just wearing overalls all the time. Like she's really committed to her brand. And I'm like, no, she probably messes up too. Like she doesn't sing every song perfect. Like as soon as she opens her mouth, I guarantee she has to do like several takes of something. So just a little reminder, like to give yourself some grace. Great. Using this little pinky color. It's so good. This is a new palette that launched last week. I just think it's beautiful and very simple and easy to use. These colors are complementary on every eye color. Oh, I'm so excited that they came back with the matte primer as well. It's so good. All right. Perfect. I'm gonna do a little bit of this berry liner. And my lips are a little sore. Ooh, I love this, Whitney. She says her New Year's resolution has been grace glitter. For myself and others, I pretend I'm sprinkling it in hard situations. Oh, I love that. Thank you, Shanice. I feel like as soon as she handed me the mirror after I got the filler yesterday, I was like, that's amazing. Then like 20 minutes, I feel like myself again. The matte primer is going to help minimize the appearance of fine lines. All right, I'm going to shut this door because my husband's the loudest talker. And he really is so loud. All right, if this is a little summer tip for you guys, if you feel like, so I have a lot of cellulite on my legs, something that sometimes I feel really insecure about it and sometimes I just don't care. So I guess it depends on my mood or my day, or maybe if I'm spray tanned. But also I just think that it's like really great if, you know, there's just certain things where you're like, oh, I don't know, I want more coverage, but it's really hot outside. So I love pairing like a kimono or especially like a long duster with shorts. It covers up the cellulite on the back of my leg, and it just kind of adds like a little something fun to your outfit. But these are like a really great long short and like a knit outfit. And then I pretty much wear house shoes in the house all the time. And I wear those little smiley ones like all the time. Yeah, if you want links for things, for the makeup I used today, clothing stuff, any of that, earrings, just drop the word me below and I'll send you links. I'm out of breath just from shutting the door. All right, and then going in with like a lighter shade on the inside. This is the Pink Smoothie. And this color looks so good with that Orange Caves eyeshadow. So their lip liners are 24-hour and they're like really stay put. But I personally like to put a little bit of chapstick over them. It doesn't make them matte anymore and they move around a little. But I like that. I think it's hydrating to my lips. And so last night, Lexi Kate had an all-day field trip yesterday, which means that they didn't get back. They were supposed to get back at 8 o'clock. So I got there at like 7:50 last night. I was going to do a skincare video with you guys last night, but I didn't get home until 10:30, and so that didn't happen. So they're supposed to get back at 7:50, and still weren't back at like 8:45. The bus got there. Okay, so you can kind of see. I just blended in. But I was like, holy moly. So he didn't get home until late. And my kids are like, their school's about 30 minutes from our house anyway, so we're always in the car like a bunch. But, all right, I'm out of Ophir's mascara. I've ordered more. Hopefully it'll be here soon. But for today, we're using this. So just by applying chapstick after you do your liner, it's just going to give it like a glossy sheen, and then it's also going to kind of hydrate. And if you put your chapstick on first, I was just finding that like it was a little bit harder for my liner to go on top of the chapstick. And so this way I can get a really pigmented lip look, but not like, I don't know, it can still move around. The chapstick I used is from Herbal Alchemy. I love that one. And then I also love Palmifera's Happy Salve. Both of those are an all-natural chapstick, and they're just really hydrating. This one has vitamin E and sweet cherry in it, but it's a nourishing lip conditioner. So, but I just put that on. And then for my lashes, I use the Grande Lash Serum, and then Ophir's mascara has castor oil in it as well, so it actually helps to lengthen and strengthen your lashes. Mine is just dried out, so whoops, but I don't have any. But yeah, if you go to CourtneySwan.com, I have a link for the lash serum just right there. So if you're looking for your lashes to like be longer, that's a good way to help your lashes, like your lash cycle to be longer, and then your lashes will be longer. Okay, coat number 2. If you need a color match for Ophir, they actually have a foundation finder on their website. So what you do is you go to their website and click foundation, and then it will ask you what shade you wear and what brand you wear, and then it will match you for what color foundation that you need based on what you currently wear with another brand. Absolutely love their products. I mean, like, this is I have no filter on. This is just like before and after getting ready live with y'all. And I love the way that their makeup looks on my skin. If you don't currently wear foundation, if you send me a picture of your face in natural lighting, like facing a window, you can just send me a message and I can help color match you. What I'm currently using is just a Maybelline The Colossal, and it's in my Amazon storefront. It's super affordable, really. Just easy mascara. And then this was for those who wanted to see the top without the kimono. It's just like a little tank top, but I feel like it's enough. It's thick here, and I feel like you could easily wear this with like pants or whatever. Oh, please wear pants. But that it's like conservative enough. I could wear this to like Wednesday night church, whether I had a kimono or not. So, all right, folks, this is our finished makeup of the day. If you have questions on anything, you can shoot me a message. And don't forget that the matte primer is back in stock, and so I don't know how long it will be in stock, hopefully for a while, but I would run and get some because it is so good and it's been gone for so long. I know that there's a high demand for it, so I always have like fear of missing out. I'm like, what if I don't get to it first? Like, what if it sells out before? And so if you're wanting matte primer, I would get you some. It's so good. Anyways, bye guys, hope you have a good day. I'll be back here in just a little bit to do Ebby Brawl live. So if you're bored later, come hang out with me then. If not, happy shopping and have a good day.